It's like me at a fancy dinner, no shorts. Anyway, we thought we'd do a little check in on both Looney Tunes and the MGM cartoons, namely Tom and Jerry, with Tweety Pie, which was the Academy Award winner for Best Animated Short this year.
Academy Award winner for Best Animated Short, and it's the first, I believe, for Warner Brothers to win that award. MGM really had it on lock for the first couple years.
I mean, what I'll say about Tweety Pie is that it is also the first appearance of Sylvester and Tweety, although Sylvester is not
Well,
called Sylvester yet.
right, and Tweety did exist, but not in the sort of iconic form.
Right. And I will say that, like, in this form, it really is kind of feeling like a bit of a Tom and Jerry knockoff. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to like. I mean, I know that like a lot of cartoons are based on predator prey dynamics, hunting
Mm,
each other, that kind of thing. But like this whole setup of like trying to catch the little creature that the person whose head is above the frame and attacks the cat for being too
yeah,
mean to the little creature who's a little stinker, like it does kind of feel like it's basically the same thing.
it because it is exactly the same thing. It's what if bird instead of mouse. Even down to right Sylvester the cat being called Thomas in this one, so he even has the same
Yeah,
name as
yeah.
Tom, which of also another instance of a cartoon cat whose first appearance they had a different name.
Hmm.
It does kind of feel like Warner Brothers was like, "Hey, these Tom and Jerry cartoons keep winning all the awards. What if we made a different cat catching a small creature cartoon? Maybe
Yeah,
that'll
and
get us. Maybe that'll get us Oscar gold." And it
You know,
did.
we haven't had a lot of time to check in on Tom and Jerry, but I feel like there was some good. I got a couple laughs out of this one, but I think that like gag wise, Tom and Jerry kind of is doing a little better. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The Tom and Jerry one is, I think, a bit more inventive in its because it's been doing this for longer,
Yeah,
and I think having all these piano jokes are a little bit more. They just feel a little bit more novel than the kind of like, ooh, what if we put a bunch of furniture and made a tower to catch the bird and the I don't know. It's just like it all works. It's none of it's
yeah.
bad. But
The
yeah.
you mentioned the piano. The other short, I guess we can kind of talk about them both at the same time, is the Cat Concerto, which is like a very famous Tom and Jerry short, where he's hitting Jerry with mallets inside of a piano and all that. Also, like a kind of classic like cartoon setup of like somebody trying to play classical music and then silly things happen.
Yeah, very true. Maybe the most kind of significant thing about Tweety Pie is it's, if I'm not mistaken, the first time that Tweety ever says, I taught a putty tat."
Well, what other putty tat would he see besides
Right.
Sylvester?
I mean, had never interacted with putty tats before, as far as I know. Or if you did, it wasn't in the same form. I don't know. It is like I feel like a lot of these like first appearance of whatever cartoon character is like, well, technically they were like, there's usually a bit of an evolution where they kind of
Yeah.
appear in some form and then kind of evolve into the version of them that we recognize today.
This kinda, like, had me thinking about how when I was younger and I was seeing Looney Tunes on TV, it would be all broadcast out of order. They'd just play random
Mm,
shorts,
right.
and so just occasionally you would kinda see, like, off-model Elmer or like Proto Daffy or one of the characters being called something that their name changed in before they changed their name into Sylvester, and I don't know, you just kind of, like, ingested all of this as like a unit and kind of made some associations of it's like okay, bugs looks a little weird, so maybe this is like early bugs.
Hmm.
But so like, and even Tweety in this does not look
Yeah.
kind of in his final form.
I think you still see it with like Simpsons still gets syndicated, right? Like I guess
Yeah.
maybe not out of order, but like I don't know, I haven't watched The Simpsons on television in a really long time, but I have been watching a bunch of season 3, like Golden Age Simpsons, and it is noticeable how kind of different the animation looks.
Yeah. compared to like even later classic seasons.
Right, compared to, like, season 9 of The Simpsons or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how what there's what, like, 47 seasons of The Simpsons at this point?
I think they're up to 47, yeah. For Tweety Pie, I think my favorite gag in it is when he Sylvester's trying to like pile up wooden chairs to get to the bird cage, and then he takes out like a saw and cuts the chairs down, and so he's like, "Aha! I'll use chairs with metal legs," and like he thinks he's safe, and then Tweety kind of comes out with a blowtorch, which I think is a it's a pretty fun it's a pretty fun moment.
Yeah, great example of cartoon logic. A perfectly, Tweety bird-sized blowtorch.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the very beginning where Tweety's outside warming his feathers in front of what at first appears to maybe be a campfire or like a burning trash can, and it is
Mhm.
a cigar that's been stuck in the ground.
An errant stogie. I guess like one thing that's a little different about this from Tom and Jerry is that they talk, or at least Tweety talks. It adds like
Right?
a
Yeah,
different dynamic into it, I guess.
yeah.
Um,
I feel like that is very much kind of Tweety's whole deal
right.
is that he says silly things in a silly voice.
He mugs to the camera and says, I did to a putty tat."
Yeah, exactly. A lot of mugging for sure.
And then Cat Concerto is, I think, honestly better. But they do have their kind of game down a little stronger. And yeah, it's Tom. He is trying to play music for a fancy audience. He starts playing the piano. Jerry is sleeping on the strings of the piano or the hammers, and it wakes him up. And then they try and mess each other up, but also try and save the show at the same time.
Hmm.
The
Which
show
is
must go
also
on.
like classic comedy thing of like trying to do something that's very serious while also
Mhm.
trying to do something else and like not let it interfere. I think that's very. I
It's
can
like a
definitely.
it's a
I
plate
can.
spinning. It's like
Yeah,
managing chaos.
but like you can really see the influence of like vaudeville and like silent comedy on. I mean, on both of these, but like I feel like especially the Tom and Jerry ones because they are built kind of the same way.
hmm But yeah, good gags, classic bits.
Yeah,
It's a good short. Um,
cartoons.
Cartoons. It's hard to say. It's hard to say so much about slapstick cartoons.